Welcome back to ADHD Fabrication, where we're turning this 1991 Honda Civic hatchback into a mid-engine rear-wheel drive track toy using the drivetrain out of a 2002 Golf. We're going to be putting a VR6 back here, which is going to be pretty cool, but in order to do that, we're going to need to modify this chassis, and I also need to go buy steel. Today we're going to start with going to buy metal, and then we'll start working on modifying this Honda and pulling the whole engine with the subframe out so that I can pressure wash all the grease off of it. The engine's perfect, but everything else is covered in oil from the engine. Let's get to it. Doing some work for a friend of mine, so I got the C70 over at his house. I got it all loaded down, strapped up, ready to go. Let's go grab some tubing. We have arrived. Doing good. Okay, I talked with the guy, made a ticket. He's sending it to the office. I'm gonna go pay, and then we'll pull in and get our metal. Alright, it's a new day, but we have our metal here. Our immediate first step is going to be devising a plan as far as how we are going to lift this thing using my forklift so that we can pressure wash all of this off. Let's see what we can get figured out as far as lifting this thing up and getting it out of here. Okay, this thing's all squeaky clean. We got the Civic in. Now we need to go set this thing behind it so we can start taking measurements. I'm getting excited. Let's do it. Haha! Now we've got all the ingredients to a pretty badass concoction that I'm working up. This car was gutted when I got it. It had zero interior whatsoever. So then I welded up a frame and put a metal frame back here with a wood bed on it, a wood top on it, so that I could sleep on it or, you know, haul stuff, whatever. I'll show you what I'm talking about. In fact, I'll just show you around the Honda. So we've got this back area here. This is the frame and the wood bed I was talking about. So the wood has to come out, the metal has to get cut out. These all need to get taken out. This is a cool distributor for the engine that's in here. I don't know what that is. There's some brakes for the car, which we won't be needing. Those are the rear drums. The wiring to put a P28 ECU on a 1.6 liter. This is all to the engine that's going to be coming out of here, which in the future we'll probably put that in something. And then these are metal fender flares that were cut out and rolled somewhere online that I ordered a long time ago. This is what I was going to use to make this a little bit wider. I've obviously got spacers here and there's a little bit of rust there. We'll be getting rid of that, but the fender flares are going to probably not be built out of those. Maybe partially those. Most of the fender flares probably actually going to be built by these other fenders. Car has some knockoff Chinesium wheels that I bought on Facebook Marketplace. It's got an aftermarket exhaust on it, which is actually a decent one. It's not a fart can. I'll show you underneath it later when we get it up on the lift. That rust is what I was showing you before. It is pretty bad, but from what I remember, I think that's the only actual rust that's on the vehicle. And I'm not sure exactly where yet, but that'll be pretty easy to just go ahead and cut all of that completely out when we modify this chassis. Of course, you got the half-ass wrapped carbon fiber fuel door. Did that when I was younger. Pretty cool. Adds a couple horsepower. Used to have black and white stickers right here. This is all sticker bombed. Did nothing to protect it, so it just eroded over the years. Stock pretty much everything that's left of the interior. Apparently the last time I was driving it, I rolled it over to 100,000 miles as far as the chassis. The engine has who knows how many miles. It's been swapped into like 4 vehicles. This is the engine that I swapped in that I was talking about. That's a B16A. So this, minus the interior and the amenities to make it actually nice, is essentially an SI. An SI of the era in Japan would have been exactly this, which weren't offered in America. Had a B16A in it, which has a very aggressive cam profile on the VTEC. So when it kicks over, it actually gets very aggressive and goes a little bit faster. And it had a sunroof. So everything minus the interior, I essentially built myself an SIR. The engine is fine. I did a bunch of stuff with wiring I shouldn't have that I need to reverse, and then I'm sure it will run, or if I just buy a new wiring harness. Yeah, so there's the Civic. It's nothing too special right now. It will be eventually. Yeah, there's another thing that might happen in the future. Enough blabbering. It's all gonna fit pretty well, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Again, I don't have a plan. Okay, we're under the Honda. Our next step is getting rid of all of this crap. The wheels and the trailing arms and the suspension and the exhaust and anything that's Honda that isn't the chassis. The gas tank. Whatever else.
Aging power, weakest force, money driven, major fraud, breathless body, diamond bones, wanna be it, wanna feel it. Driven, major fraud, breath breathless body, diamond bones. Wanna beat it, wanna feel it.
So I've got a bit of a plan in the works, but I'm trying to get caught up on my videos. So I'm not going to start cutting into this car or building the hoop until next video. So you'll have to wait until then and come check it out. I got everything that is Honda related off of the back of this, the gas tank, the entire trailing arms and everything for the running gear back there. And now I have an idea as to where I'm going to cut it, and I'm getting ideas as to where I'm going to be building the tubes. We're going to get to building it throughout the next 2 weeks. Thanks for watching, and remember, don't let your meat loaf.